How's it going, guys? I just wanted to do a quick video on these new mythic trial weapons that have been revealed for Mod 22, and just take a look at the bonus, share it with any of you that haven't seen it yet, and talk about the bonuses on them. I know Northside did a video when it was translated from the Russian server yesterday. I think the translation was spot on. It doesn't seem like there was anything different there. So I have an image here of the English description that we can look at as well. I assume these weapons are going to drop the same as in the past from trials. Random weapon drop at the end of the trial, and then currency from the completion chest, which would be 20 currency for each weapon and 40 total for the set. As usual, the routine would be to run them until you get one of your weapons and then buy the second one. So it should only take about 20 runs max, unless you are really unlucky and your weapon doesn't drop before then, or someone else steals it. So make sure you discuss with your groups beforehand when going for these weapons. This trial isn't supposed to be too difficult, so it's definitely a viable thing for at least endgame players to get in these runs when it comes out and farm out these weapons if they turn out to be the best. They may also be able to be unbound like the other trial weapons, so they might be the new way to make some diamonds for some players. So now to the bonus. We've got the weapon here. When you use an encounter or daily power during combat, you gain a stack of Scalebreaker's Ire for 20 seconds. Each stack of Scalebreaker's Ire grants you additional boosts, bonuses, depending on your role. That doesn't read right, but anyway. So DPS will get 1% recharge speed and action point gain for each stack, tanks get 1% stamina regen and AP gain, and healers get 1% movement speed and AP gain. Once you reach 6 stacks of Scalebreaker's Ire, they are consumed and you are empowered with Scalebreaker's Wrath for 30 seconds, granting the following depending on your role. And then we've got the role specific bonuses down here. 7.5% damage for DPS, 7.5% reduced incoming damage for tanks, and 7.5% outgoing healing for healers. And you may only have 1 stack of Scalebreaker's Wrath at a time, and the duration is refreshed each time you reach 6 stacks of Scalebreaker's Ire, if I said all that right. Now, I personally really like that they're adding in more of these other stat bonuses, such as the recharge speed, AP gain, stamina gain, movement speed. Adding in more of these to different places on your character helps people to build a lot more horizontally, focus on getting more damage out in different ways and just putting bonus damage on everything, for example. So it's good that these weapons are adding some of these things in too. I also do like that there are more role-specific bonuses. The damage for DPS classes, reduced incoming damage for tanks, and outgoing healing for healers. We've seen this on the Bard abilities and the Pegasus mount power, for examples. If only they did this with the new combat enchantments. You know, they really could improve some other areas in the game adding this in more. Looking at the bonus specifically, obviously that main bonus down here isn't going to be up 100% of the time. Like, you can play with the Lion Hearts, having it up the entire time if you never use stamina, but the uptime still will be really high. 30 seconds uptime on the bonus and the ability to refresh means that in fights without phases, you'll have near 100% uptime. And even with phases, it won't take long to get it back up. I know that with the Celestial weapons, there were a few tricks, like cancelling encounters to get the bonus up faster. I know you could, for example, cancel some of the slower animations on the Fighter and the Arbiter Cleric, so there's probably going to be ways around that here as well. Most of the classes will be fine stacking up this bonus really quickly, and thinking about it, probably rogues are going to have the hardest time building the stacks at first, since they do have longer cooldowns for their encounters. These extra stacks here building up while you have the damage bonus means that if it works how it reads to me, you'll have pretty good uptime on these other stat bonuses as well in between, since you'll be stacking these while having the damage bonus up, for example. You'll get on a DPS like 3% recharge speed and AP gain on average, while you're also refreshing that damage buff, and obviously the same applies to the other roles too with their bonuses. Besides all these bonuses on them, they also give something like 1300 more item level over the Lionheart and much more over the Mirage, since they are the current popular weapons, not taking into account any item level changes they do in the next mod or anything. Also, they're mythic, which is cool just to have on the page. I like that at least. I'm also not sure how it's going to work with the new weapons not having artifact mods on them anymore, like the old ones, like if they don't have these at will damage bonuses and you know, those things. I know they said there will be more ratings to compensate for the missing mods, but judging by this image, there isn't much of a difference. So I'm not sure if that's something they're changing later on. This is definitely something to keep in mind for the new weapons, if they don't get any mods at all, and they don't compensate that with enough other ratings. There's honestly quite a few things to consider now when looking at the Mod 22 weapons, especially these mythic trial boys. It's hard to know right now if they're going to be 100% the best weapons to use, especially over stuff like the new Mastercraft weapons or the other high item level weapons from the new mod. But they look pretty cool to me, and I'm looking forward to grabbing them and trying them out, even if they just go into the collection with my unrefined Celestial weapons. So what do you guys think of these weapons? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to enter my giveaway if you're on Xbox, and thank you all for watching.